Fuck's going on? Chainsaw Chuck to the break of dawn. I'm back. I'm back. Hold up, check it out. I'm back, motherfuckers. As you can tell by the title of the video that I'm a huge fan of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I actually got the shit right up here. We're finna go through it. I already know we got the music playing. That's probably not going to be the best quality because it's coming through my microphone. But I'm not going to be able to play it through the actual sound or through the actual desktop because I won't be able to talk to you. Although you know what I could do, and I could be actually a little bit more professional about this shit. I could just hook up my headphones and we'll be all gravy. And I think that's exactly what's finna happen. Because it just ain't. There we go. And now, let me go right down here. And then I can go bam. And now you guys can hear the sound and the microphone. And I can also hear it too. There we go. Let me turn this music down just slightly because I know it's kind of ear piercing. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what kind of fucking music is this shit? It's the Pillars theme from Soul Reaver. Don't worry, it's finna change and it's about to get a little better. Bot Rick's in the chat. Bot Rick's in the chat. Alright. I don't exactly know how loud this actually is coming through, so if it's kind of ear piercing, it's going to be all good. You know what? Let me turn it down just a little bit more because I just got a feeling. There we go. All right. I have a few things I'd like to talk about. A couple things I want to show you. Well, I actually don't even need to show you this because there's no handbook in this one. Uh-oh. Oh shit, you know what? This is the fucking the wrong version. There it is. So yeah, as I sit here, grind up the green, I want to say that I really, really love the Soul Reaver series. I really love the Soul Reaver music. I really love Legacy of Kain in general. And it'd be really awesome to see that series come back in an HD remaster version for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and the other console. Well, I don't have the Series X, but you know what I mean. It wouldn't be that big of a deal to put it on the other console. But you know what I'm saying. Also, I heard some news that Microsoft is thinking about going multi-platform, which means first-party titles on the Xbox are now going to be exclusive to PlayStation 5 and Xbox and PC. Which honestly, I think that's exactly where I think it should be at anyway. Because I mean, let's be real here. Some things that people said to me that it really makes a lot of sense, to be quite honest with you, that Microsoft is a software company, first off, foremost, you know, and that's what they started out with, and they eventually sidewinded into the entertainment industry with the gaming console back on the Xbox. But you know what? I think the ultimate gaming console, especially now in 2024, is none other than the GOAT, PlayStation 5, the greatest of all time. PlayStation 5. And I am trying to make a goal for me to get a PlayStation 5 this year. Well, actually, it's not going to be making a goal. I am going to get one this year. But currently, I don't have the money for that right now. I don't have 500 bones to drop on PlayStation 5 Plus before I go spending any kind of extra money on another console. I actually would like to buy a new TV or monitor to play it on, because I want a 4K, native 4K monitor or TV to play my game on, especially if I go get a PlayStation 5. There's no real reason to buy a PlayStation 5 unless you got a 4K monitor or 4K TV. And I don't have either one of those. So the first thing I need to buy is one of those before I even think about buying a PlayStation 5. Because I'm not about to play that console without seeing it in its full glory. But see, there's another side of it though too with me, is I really enjoy the Xbox controller. So it's kind of a catch-22 with me. It's like, do I really want to get it? I mean, yes, I am. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I am going to get a PlayStation 5. But I don't want to make that my main gaming console. Because I like the Xbox controller. And I could just fuck around and just say, you know what, let me just play my games on computer and call it that. Which that would be the wise decision to make. But still, I don't know. Well, let's be real here. At some point, I am going to have a badass, powerful gaming PC. And I'm going to have both Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So, yeah. What the fuck? No, that's not. Damn it. Janos Ordrin. That's not even it either. I can't pronounce that name very well. Diana. Wanna. Do. There it is. This is my next favorite song off of the Soul Reaver 2 soundtrack. I'm sitting way too close to my light. It's putting too much light on my face and it's pixelating the fucking video. I need to sit back a little bit. Alright. So basically the goal of this stream is just to chill and hang out and not really do a whole lot. And I think at the end of the stream I'll probably end up playing Soul Reaver on Steam because I actually got that game to work. And I've just been kind of ignoring it. I haven't really been playing it simply because I have Blood Omen 1 and Soul Reaver 1 for the PlayStation 1. And unfortunately, my PlayStation 2 that I recently bought off of a pawn shop for only $15, the lens is broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on Amazon when I get enough money and order a brand new lens. And then once it finally arrives at my house, I'm going to take my PlayStation 2 Slim apart and install that new lens and pray and hope that that is the only thing that is causing it to not work. Of course, I've already took it apart once already. I could have, like, as soon as I took it apart and put it all back together and found out exactly, I think, what I'm pretty sure what was really wrong with it, I realized that I could have just did a video on that and it would have generated some views and I would have been able to actually have something kind of cool to upload to my YouTube channel. But after I already did that, I just completely fucking forgot about it. And I was like, well, there ain't no point in doing it again because I don't want to fuck up no components inside that PlayStation 2. So whenever I get the new lens and I'm going to install it, I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to disassemble the whole thing and it's going to be a process. It's going to be a thing. And I'm not very good at working on small electronics like that. I have an original Xbox that I've taken apart multiple times, and I think the reasoning why it don't work no more is because I've taken it apart multiple times. It's not exactly the best thing to do to your consoles. But nonetheless, I'm not really too concerned about that because now I really want this PlayStation 2 to work because I can play this entire series on the PlayStation 2 as long as I just go buy the games. And I know my game store has a copy of Soul Reaver 2. It's kind of expensive. They want $20 for it. They're $19.99. And for me, I feel like this is a bit steep for a game that don't really have too much replayability. Especially something from 2001, something that I've already played before. But the series is so good and I love Soul Reaver 2 so much on the PlayStation 2 that I'm just going to cough up the money and go ahead and pay the $20 and get it done with. And in my mind, I need to keep it and not sell it. There's been several times when I've had Soul Reaver 2 and the entire series really, and I've got rid of it. I've sold it and I bought it again, then I sold it again, and I just need to keep it in my mind to, like, once I finally buy these things again and I finally get my PS2 set up and it's working fine, I'm not gonna fucking sell them no more. You know, I just need to keep my mind on making money. Really, I just need to do something to continue to make money. But also too, you know, I've been through a lot of different things in the past, and I had my reasons for selling the games that I had and had my reasons for buying them, and well, it is what it is, you know. Can't change what you did in the past. But nonetheless, I am going to fix it, though. I am going to get the entire series again. I already got Defiance, Soul Reaver 1, and the most important one, is which I've never sold this. As soon as I found this on the shelf, I bought it and never fucking going to sell it, ever. Because Blood Omen 1 for the PlayStation 1 is kind of a rare game. So yeah. we're gonna listen to this song again. It's not over yet, but once it's finally over, we're gonna just repeat it because I like listening to this song. It's kind of mesmerizing and puts me in the mood to want to play Soul Reaver. Motherfucker, Soul Reaver. I love that game, man. I'm not that smart with it. Like, it's hard to, like, I know the story and I know how the story ends up being. Like, it's just hard to, like, wrap my mind around a lot of the things they talk about in the series. But I do understand what they, when they do talk about it, I do understand it. It's just hard for me to put it in context to where other people will understand it, if that makes sense. Don't worry, one of these days we're going to do a full playthrough of the entire series on my channel. Because that was one of the things that I did want to do. And yes, it is going to be unfortunate that I might end up have to play the PlayStation 2 in order to actually play these games. So the quality of those videos is going to be real bad. But it's still going to be alright. That's one of the reasons why I want to get a PlayStation 5, because if they ever remaster the entire Soul Reaver series, I most definitely want to get that shit. Now, I know programmers and fans of the series have remastered Soul Reaver 1, and you could, like, download the files for it and have it put on your computer and all that shit, but I'm not that smart with downloading different files and putting them on different areas of my computer to where it'll run right and all that other shit. I don't know how to do that, is what I'm saying. So, plus I like playing games on my consoles. I just love it. I don't know why, I just do. I've always loved playing games on my old school consoles, especially PlayStation 2 and Nintendo 64 and original Xbox and Xbox 360. Even though those consoles are really terrible now compared to where we're at in gaming, you know, with 4K and all that shit like I talked about with PlayStation 5, there is a certain level of charm that comes with those old school consoles. It's like, at one point in time, this is what gaming was, and this is where everybody was at one point in time, you know? And it's just really cool to go back and just kind of chill and take in those old graphics and those old ass frame rates and that old ass console. Even though it's kind of hard to look at from time to time. Like I said, I'm not really a computer programmer and such, and I don't really know how to download those files to actually play the remastered version of Soul Reaver, because if I knew how to do that and it was just as easy as getting on Steam and downloading the patch and then just adding it to the game and then playing it, I would do it, because that's pretty simple. But all the other shit I just can't do. Also, we might end up watching a couple of Soul Reaver videos. Damn, dude, I love this game. So good. Just hearing the soundtrack and knowing the area that that's in, it's just really cool. But I don't want this to be like a dull stream, because I know just sitting here looking at me talking is just kind of like, ugh, like, well, you know, what are we doing? What are we doing here? But I don't know, man. That's just one of the things that I like to do. I just like to chill and hang out and not really do much, and I like to keep things simple. And like I said, here in just a minute, we're going to jump into some Soul Reaver 1 on Steam. And I'm going to have to play on my mouse and keyboard. So you're going to hear like click, 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 click when I'm playing the game. Because I have a mechanical keyboard and that shit is not silent. I want to get a different keyboard too. Something that's not like a mechanical. Something that doesn't sound ridiculous when I'm typing on, or yeah, when I'm typing. I like that soft keypad, the keypads that don't make no sound, and there's just no sound at all. But when I bought this keyboard, I didn't know that it was a mechanical keyboard. I didn't know it made those type of sounds. Like when I very first bought it, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then now, it's like, shit, I don't like those sounds coming from my keypads like that. Kind of annoying. So let me go ahead and light up my my round here real quick. And then we will go ahead and open up some of these old games like Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen here, and Soul Reaver, and check out the handbook that's in them, and check out the artwork that's in those handbooks. That's one of the cool things that they did back in the day with PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and original Xbox and Xbox 360 is the handbooks that were put in with the games sometimes have artwork and talking about the story that goes in the game, because back then there wasn't really a whole lot of internet, obviously. To look these things up. But now we got Nosgoth Wiki, and we got Nosgoth.com and all that shit. Okay. So, this is the very first game in the series. We're going to check this out. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, 1996. For those of you that are fans of the series, you obviously know what this one's about. And what's pretty cool about this, well, it's not that it's the whole thing is cool, but what for me in particular is I didn't even know that this was the first game in the series, because back in like 2000 and 2001, Soul Reaver was the very first Legacy of Kain game I ever played on the PlayStation 1. And I thought this right here was the beginning of the series. But of course, this is way before I even very first played this, before I even saw the first cutscene for Soul Reaver 1. So when I popped this in my Xbox, when I popped this in my PlayStation back in the day, when I was like 10 years old, and I saw the cutscene, the very first cutscene, I already knew that there was some sort of like story or another game that took place before this one, all based on that cutscene. Because Raziel, going up to Kain, and then Kain being just sitting there in that chair, but the pillars, of course I didn't know anything about the pillars or what the hell the game was about at the time, but just seeing that cutscene, seeing Kain ripped Raziel's wings off like that, it was just like an eye-opening cutscene, And ever since I saw that, I was extremely hooked into this series, and I don't know what it was. I think what really drew me to this game right here was the fact that they dabbled in the realm of like souls and capturing souls and going to the afterlife and knowing what the afterlife is like. Because if you guys didn't know anything about me, is one thing that you should know is back in 1999, my brother actually died. He didn't like commit suicide or nothing, but there was some issues that happened back in 1999. I don't know the full story, but all I know is like some shit happened and he ended up dying anyway. But after that, this is when I found this game, and then mourning over his death, just wanting to know what the fuck happens after we die, because even to this day I still don't know, and nobody really knows. People that are alive have no idea what the fuck is going to happen once you pass. I kind of have a general idea based in reality, but that's not what we're talking about in this live stream, in this conversation right now. What we're talking about is how I got hooked into Soul Reaver 1. And that's kind of how it happened. I mean, it's kind of crazy how they dabbled in the life and death and the birth and rebirth and all this shit in this game, because at that time I was thinking about that stuff in reality when I was like 10, 12 years old, or I was like 6, 7 years old whenever my brother passed away. But you know, being that young, thinking about all that stuff, thinking about what the fuck is happening, what happens when you die and all this stuff, and the fact that this game kind of went into detail about, like, you know, dying and then coming back to life. Of course, we all know that it's not real, but it's just, that's what made me love this series. That's what made me love this particular game, because they talked about that stuff. And you know, me being a little kid, I clinged onto that because I thought that stuff could have potentially be real. There's a certain level to the whole, like, death and rebirth in this game, that there's a certain level of good storytelling that just makes you feel like there's something like that is real, even though we all probably know that it's not. But just giving the context in your brain to think that it's real, you know, it makes you believe that the shit is real. And back then, you know, thinking about that, my brother just passing, man, it was just a perfect game to play. Of course, I only got like so far into it, and I couldn't like figure out how to play it because I was young and I didn't really know much about gaming back then. Of course, I've beat this game like 2 or 4 or 5 different times now since then, but it's just kind of cool, you know, having those memories, remembering this game. It honestly, it shaped the way that I live my life to this day, because I don't know, it's always cool to think outside the box, you know, instead of just keeping to a one-track thing, and just, it's just cool to think outside the box of potentially what could happen after we pass. And so, yeah. I kind of went on a long spiel there, but I tried to put it in words where it made sense for you guys. In a way, you kind of understand, but I know there's nobody in my live streams to really talk to, but it is nice to kind of like make it seem like there's a lot of people. I know I don't upload that much at all. But might listen to the Pillars again. Yeah, let's listen to the Pillars again. And while we listen to the Pillars, we're going to look at Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. I'm going to take the handbook out and we're going to check out that book. Here's what the disc looks like. Not that you guys have never seen this before. I'm sure those of you that are fans of the series, you see this. You probably have one of these. Now, my disc particularly looks horrible. It's not shiny. It's really like matted. And I think the reason why that is because this game was really, really, really scratched. And somebody had put this thing through the disc cleaner several times and literally almost scratched the whole damn thing off. And as you can see, it's got like a matte finish on there. Like, it's not shiny at all. But this game works perfectly fine. Sometimes it does glitch a little bit on certain cutscenes, but it all depends on, like, I'm expecting this game to run extremely smooth once I get that brand new lens put in this PlayStation 2. And it probably will, because I think it all depends on how old your system is how well the game is going to be read from your console. And believe me, once I get that brand new lens in that PlayStation 2, shit's gonna be running smooth. Alright, so the first page is basically nothing, the context. And second page, setup and control. Starting the game. It's got some menus telling you how to save and load. Inventory right there. Inventory screen. Basically telling you how to run your spells, how to do your magic. Welcome to Nosgoth. There's the next page. Also, dynamic weather in this game, 1996. Pretty awesome to have that in this game. For it to come out in 1996, I don't know why I put 1996 in the middle of that sentence. That didn't make no fucking sense, did it? Alright, steel yourself for the grim experience. As a vampire, you have hacked and slash. You have to hack and think your way through vast, unfriendly world. And the rules have changed. Things that are harmless to mortals can be deadly to vampires. Study and learn. Note: white puffs, oof, sound effect indicates that Kain is taking damage. Oh no. Alright, so we got weather, terrain, causes damage. In wolf form, Kain can jump through small streams without can jump over small streams without damage. In mist form, can cross water with no damage. Swamp like weather causes damage if crossed unless Kain is in mist form. Lava causes damage when touched, crossed, jumped over in any form. Okay. Trees chopped down with the axes. Sliding stones, destroy them by using the mace. Boulder, push the boulders aside as. Alright, yeah. This is all basic, just gameplay stuff is really what it is. And then it talks about the weather again in the next page. Talks about the humans. I can't pronounce those words because those are different cities in the game, but Burlington, Baginton, I don't know. You can talk to villagers in these cities by pressing circle. Blood fountain. You get blood fountain, you can feed on people. Alright. Stat box. Yep. And this even still has the Crystal Dynamics Regeneration card. Enter this 500 sweepstakes and you can get $1,000. No, I'm kidding. And then armor ability. Or not armor ability, but just in general armor. What else we got here? Weapons. Iron sword, mace, axe, flaming sword, Soul Reaver. Magic. Plenty of magic in Nosgoth. Better not let it go to waste. Page 6 to 7 talking about information on loading and using spells. Let's go back. No, I'm just kidding. There's all different types of spells and what they've been used for. Sanctuary takes you to the Sanctuary Crypt. Mind Control gives mind possession over humans' enemies until the body is past. Okay, and then you killed, and yeah, okay, yeah, we know that. Energy Bolt, Spirit, Light, Incinerate, Stun, Blood Gulp, Blood Shower, Repel, Inspire Hate. What the fuck is that? Spirit Death, Lightning. Different forms. Kain can choose to be a powerful, become able to assume different forms. As a vampire, powerful grows, it becomes different forms. Okay, press triangle and there's your different forms. Maps and areas. Objectives and power-ups. Wait, oh. Yeah, that's right. And then there's tokens you can find. Not, oh, well, that's just basically you're gonna end up doing that anyway. That's the part of the game. Nopraptor's head, Vorador's ring, the Time Streamer's device, Doll Maker doll. Yeah. All right, and then credits. Lead programmer Dennis Derrick. Uh-oh. You won't see that name in the next book, will we? Marketing manager Jim Curry. And that's it. And then it has an advertisement for this stupid ass game on the back that I don't give a fuck about. This is probably kind of bad, Well, I wouldn't say kind of bad, but it's just kind of. There's also another little piece of art. I do have a vulgar mouth sometimes. I do be saying a lot of stuff that I. Probably shouldn't be cursing that much, but that's what you get when you messing with the schism of we. We out here, we real. We don't dumb shit down for the folk. But whatever. I could change if I have to. So, this is one of the things that I do not like about this particular game, and I mean, it is what it is, and I have a copy of Soul Reaver, even though it is Platinum Hits, but the disc is completely silver, and it just looks real generic and just garbage, and I just do not like the silver look on these old PlayStation 1 games, because it just looks trash. But, nonetheless, I still have a copy of Soul Reaver here, so as you can see, this thing has got a ring on it of scratches, and the reasoning why it's got that ring of scratches on it, you don't know if it'll pop up on camera very well. There, kind of did, is because my previous PlayStation 2 that I had, it had an issue with the ribbon cable, where the ribbon cable that the lens was attached to was not like attached to the bottom of the PlayStation frame. And therefore, the ribbon cable, when it's reading the disc, would stick up above to where the stick is, or not the stick, but the disc is spinning. And then the disc would rub on the ribbon cable, and it would cause these minor scratches. And I took the fucking PlayStation 2 back to the game store after the 30 days, because I had kept it for more than 30 days. And I think I had thrown the receipt away too, so it seems kind of fucked up for me to do what I'm about to tell you, but this is what happened, and this is just what happened. So I took. Why is my shit fucking up? Hold on. All right, never mind. Everything's good, it seems. Anyway, so yeah, I took the PlayStation 2 back to the game store and he put a brand new PlayStation 2. Well, not brand new, but a clean PlayStation 2 disc in there. And it played it for I'd say about 2 minutes at the most. And then ended up getting them scratches on the same disc. And it seemed like something was wrong with it. And he said, oh, there's really nothing I can do about it. So I was like super pissed off about that, because I spent $100 on that damn thing. And I don't know. At the time, I didn't have that much money coming in. Anyway, I'm just going to stop talking about that shit. So anyway, if I have to go and get this damn disc cleaned so it'll remove those scratches, so just in case, it might be fine. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, but if at some point it ends up skipping or the cutscene skip, I'm immediately going to go clean that bitch, because it was my fault. Alright, so going into the handbook of Soul Reaver, as you can tell, we're starting to get in some pretty cool artwork now with these handbooks. Alright, game settings, or game started. Hold up, I'm getting super hot up in here. I gotta have to take this off. Let me see here, cause I kind of want to put some more music on. There's no point in me having my headphones on if I ain't got no damn music. Mm. There we go. Now this might end up getting me a. This might end up getting me like, oh, I don't need to. It's probably gonna give me a claim, but I don't care. Also, I stayed up super fucking late last night, so I'm probably not gonna be streaming for too terribly long here tonight. Probably play a little bit of Soul Reaver at the end of the stream, but I do want to go through this handbook here real quick. I probably should have this set up better to where you guys can see. Well, later on, I'm gonna end up getting another webcam, so that way I'll have a double webcam and I'll have one specifically for like looking at small stuff down here on my desk and all this shit. All right, game setting options. Okay, let's not care about them fucking options. All right, but here's what that looks like for that page. A millennium has passed since the Lord has sent his capital in the ruins of the pillars of Nosgoth. And okay, yeah, so it's just gonna recap the story here. Dark gods. And then it talks about Raziel right here. If you guys can see that. And then living and dying in Nosgoth. As Raziel, you are immortal. You cannot die. However, you can lose energy and health. Yeah. Weapon objectives. Raziel can pick up various weapons useful around to save that can be served as weapons or for other. Yeah. And then it talks about the. Oh wait, I'm not even showing you. It's got the pictures on there. You guys can see the pictures. Although you know what, this is kind of stupid though. This is kind of shitwalk because now, yeah, you see these booklets are fucking garbage. Well, this particular one because of the platinum hits, this is not in color. That's why we hate these. That's why we don't like these fucking things because they're not in color. And the previous ones, the original games, had the colored booklets. I'm so glad that we kind of got out of these platinum hits trash because the platinum hits games nobody fucking likes them. And you know what? I always make dumb mistakes, and I always like. I had the original Soul Reaver game, and I had the original Blood elements, or not the elements, but the story. I guess it would be story elements that they have to show you right here in the booklets. Special enemies, the Slua. These jackal prey on the lost souls, warming the spiritual plane. They travel in packs and corner and overwhelm their prey. If any encounters goes badly, they will flee. That's right, they're little bitches. But they also don't actually gang up. Well, they kind of do. They kind of do, actually. I didn't even think about that. But it's the way that they do it. It doesn't really seem like you're getting cornered. Of course, Raziel's so fucking powerful. The sewer, nothing compared to him. Anyway, the humans, and we got vampire hunters, and we got worshippers. Yeah, these are cool, man. It tells little itty bitty little stories about each one of these things, and it's pretty awesome. Eidos Interactive, warranty, and then Time Splitters advertisement on the back. Well, there's that, and like I said, I got Legacy of Kain Defiance on the PlayStation 2, but unfortunately I do not have a booklet for it. And they gave me a shitty ass DVD case, and not an original PlayStation 2 case, which I'm gonna have to go buy like an old, like 2004, 2002 old PlayStation, like an old a sports game or something, because most of the sports games do have the original PlayStation 2 case with them, and they're only like $4 or $5, maybe even less than that. So yeah. All right, so now I think what I'm gonna end up doing is probably play a little bit of Soul. I'm gonna actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to play Soul Reaver while I'm doing the live stream. And so I've never played Soul Reaver on my computer while I've live streamed. I've played a game on my computer while I've live streamed, but I've never played something as old as Soul Reaver, so I don't know how well the game is going to perform, and I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see it properly. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to see it properly, but who knows how well it's going to function. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do that. And now you guys can see me and the computer, and then I'll go right down here. Here it is. Boom, boom. Let's start it up. Might have to sign in. I'd sign in to Steam, of course. Alright, so now I got fucking Steam pulled up. Which I didn't want Steam to be pulled up, but whatever. And this game is going to be loud. I mean, it's going to be loud as hell, and I don't know how loud the volume really is. Actually, I'm going to have to, can I skip this shit? Control, Alt, Delete. Let's go to Task Manager real quick. See if I can't get out of the game. There we go. X out of that. Close this shit. Let's go here, and then, okay, desktop audio is basically, okay, good. I didn't want it to be, uh-oh, now we're fucking lagging. See, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Now I gotta go check the live stream on my phone. And if the live stream is lagging, then we ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna have to be able to play this game on my own, by myself, which is depressing. Okay, now my phone is lagging. Just give me one moment. And of course, the resolution is completely wrong. Okay, let me try to fix it. Video, select res. There we go. Select res. Oh, here. Next res. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's go with 19. Oops. 1920. Oh, god damn it, I skipped it again. There we go. No. Fuck. There we go. Boom. Select resolution. Perfect. Done. Done. Oh, baby. Here we go. Load. Looks like we're going to be able to play this. Hell to the yeah. I mean, the quality is not that good, but, I mean, what do you expect? Alright, bet. So I thought I had my controller hooked up to this shit one time, but I don't know. I guess I didn't. I think that was Soul Reaver 2? I don't know. I don't remember. I do gotta be honest with you, it does look pretty shitty, although I am... It's probably just the way my phone is. Uh-oh, see, that's not good, though. So that's another terrible thing about this game, is it doesn't want to function properly on the Steam version. So, once again, that's another problem that we're probably going to run into, is I don't know how to fix that. I don't think there is a way to fix it. I'm just going to have to pray and hope that this game fucking functions, that it'll fix itself. So, when I do this, and I do... Oh, wait. There we go. I didn't do it right. That's what it was. It's my stupid shit. But then again, you know, this game does have some issues. Because it is the Steam version. Give me that. Come here, bitch. Come here, bitch. Oh, you want some too, huh, bitch? No, I can't got time to fuck with you. Alright, so it's gonna seem kind of stupid, but I'm gonna skip all these enemies because I want to get to a certain area, because I've already been through this area. There's no point in killing any of these enemies. I've already been through them. I've already killed them once before. So killing them again would be pointless. Also, there's one thing that I don't like about the Steam version is whenever you get into a different area and the music's supposed to change, it don't change. And then have issues like this happening where the game just completely decides to not work. It just wants to crash. Yeah. So that just happened. That's one of the cool things about these old school games, though, too, is these advertisements for the gaming studio that was used to work to make the game, like Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Interactive, even though Eidos Interactive been bought out by another company. And then, of course, it's going to fucking change. Resolution is going to change back. Or not. Okay. Hopefully this game worked out all its kinks. And I'm hoping that it's not going to fucking crash again. Although it actually just might, because if I'm skipping a lot of enemies, then it takes like a lot for the game. For some fucking reason, it's a lot for the game to render. Or to I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I know if I skip a lot of the enemies, it's more of a potential that I could crash again. But I'm going to take that risk. It's alright though. Here pretty soon, I get enough money, I'm going to buy that part off Amazon. And of course, it's going to take a week to get here, or 2 weeks. But once it finally gets here, and I finally install it, I should be able to... well, it's not that I should. I will be able to play this game on the PlayStation 1 or PS2. And I do have an AV to HDMI converter. Literally the only way that I could even record any footage from my PlayStation 2. But that converter sucks. It's kind of terrible. And I'm thinking I want to spend some extra money and go buy a new one. But I also don't want to buy a new one if buying a new one isn't going to make any difference. Because if I just go out and spend $10, $12, $15 on a brand new AV to HDMI converter, and I plug it and hook it up, and it doesn't make the resolution any better, which it most likely will not, then there's really no reason for me to even buy the damn thing in the first place. So I might as well just stick with the one that I have and call it a day. But you can see some earlier videos on my channel that I did. It crashed again! Fuck! Yeah, I'm not going to be able to play it. I'm not going to be able to fucking play it. And I think even destroying all the enemies in the game isn't going to fix it either. It's just, it's a Steam issue. It's an issue with the fucking game on Steam. And it's an issue with my computers. I don't know. I've tried to update my graphics card on my computer. And it'll update to the latest version. But then every time I reset my computer, it says, oh, well, the latest version, the graphics card's not compatible with what you have. So you got reverted back to the original settings or some stupid shit like that. I'd just be so happy if I get a fucking brand new, like $2,500 computer that has the capability of running every single game and 4K. Wow, doing that made my frames skipped too, so that's nice. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to call it here. I want, I want to be able to do more, but it's already 10 o'clock, and I stayed up super late last night. Like, really, really late, like damn near till 4 o'clock in the morning. And, I don't know, it was terrible. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for tonight. Kind of chilled. We kind of talked about Legacy of Kain, like I said. I want to get my PlayStation 2 hooked up so I can actually do a playthrough, even though it is going to be on a shitty quality. I don't care. As long as it isn't going to be too terrible. See, that's the thing. If it looks really, really, really bad, like, I'm not even going to worry about trying to do a playthrough of it. Because I do have a playthrough of the original Resident Evil Director's Cut for PlayStation 1. And it's the exact same setup that I have here. And those videos look so terrible. Like, the gameplay is so horrible looking. I don't know. So I'll see. I'll do some tests. I'll get my PS2 fixed. Find out if it's even worth it. And if it is worth it, we'll do a playthrough. But if it ain't worth it, if it looks terrible, I don't know. We'll just I don't know. I might not do it then. I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure something out. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you for tuning in, for those of you that tuned in. And I'll be back probably tomorrow. So later on.